Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for the After Hours podcast. We appreciate you more than you will ever know. Right now, we are trying to build up our YouTube page, and we need your help. If you could please go on YouTube and click on the magnifying glass, type in Donny Grubb Band, click subscribe, click the bell icon, and click on all. It would really help us out a lot. Again, we thank you for everything that you do, and we really appreciate it. Thanks for helping us out.
Mehboob, so I got to ask you, before you get back to Pakistan on Thursday, are you you're the younger brother, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up with this guy right here? Like, was he a good older brother or was he a mean older brother?
Oh, he's my older brother.
He was your older brother.
I think that was a good answer.
Did he whip you around a little bit?
In a bit,
Smack
guess,
ya?
Donny, you have to speak slow when you talk
then
to
I
him,
will
then he can
understand.
understand.
You
a
speak
bit
more
better.
fast.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
you know what I'm saying.
yeah, we grew up together, and me and him got in a fight. I was older.
Yeah.
Obviously, I had upper hand on him. And as soon as we get home,
Yeah.
he cried to Mom. Mom whooped me. I mean, I don't know how many times my mom beat the crap out of me.
With the shoe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shoe, stick, anything in hand. We don't have a CPS in Pakistan.
CPS. That's funny.
You were telling me a story one time, and I was really hoping you were going to tell the story tonight because I thought it was hilarious the last time you told me. But you were back in Pakistan, and you took your son up to the mountains for dinner, and you got invaded by monkeys.
Oh, that's
What now?
yeah.
Tell this.
What happened? Just like is Pat Junction or Phoenix, and the Flagstaff over here
Yeah.
in Pakistan. That is a similar weather. Is the same thing. Just like Phoenix. It's called Islamabad. That's the capital of Pakistan.
Yeah.
Right below that, you go up in a mountain, and then there's just like 140 miles from here over there. A thing is a town called the Murray, but I think is only 60 miles or so.
Yeah.
And they have cedar trees, and pine trees, and you name anything on it. And we were all traveling through, and all of a sudden we park on the side of the road. There was a cafe that was going to have a cup of tea or coffee or something or snack afternoon, and then we plan was to come down, and then if we decide to drive home 4-hour drive, or we stay in that hotel somewhere.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we came out. There was about 3-4 different cars of friends, and everybody parked, and I did not have any room.
Yeah.
And I just pulled it up on the side over there. All of a sudden, we came back from there. All of a sudden, we have freaking monkey hanging all over the place, in the mirror at the top, and sitting back and forth. And the sign over there, please don't throw anything at the monkeys.
How do I get in my
I
car?
said, how the hell am I going to get my car? Now I have to climb up over there. The less oxygen and climbing and up and down, and I'm huffing and puffing and smoking. How the thing.
Monkeys are laughing at you.
Looking at me. I said, oh, my God. I said, hey, guy. I said, there's a monkeys. He said, all right. Then we send the guy with you. All right.
Monkeys.
Yeah. No. Those guy came down with me, and all of a sudden he has some peanuts and some other stuff in his hand, and he went over there. He just threw them aside, out of the monkey side over there. Here come all kind of sound coming. All of a sudden,
I like your monkey
and
impression.
those monkeys just going over there.
That was fantastic.
Eating the peanuts and all that stuff, and all of a sudden they start making noise. There's about 5 monkeys. There's all of a sudden I see the goddamn about 25, 30 of them. I just jump in my car. I just took off.
You're like, I don't know if this is helping, sir.
Monkeys holding onto the cars. Mo's running down the road.
Screaming.
They have a lot of monkeys in northern Pakistan.
What's crazy to me is like you're telling me it's like pine trees and stuff. Yeah. There's pine trees and there's monkeys. So I'm just trying to think of like going to Prescott or something, and there's like a bunch of monkeys floating around out there.
Oh, you Google it to check it out over there in northern Pakistan. It's called a town called the Murray,
Yeah.
and in that area,
Murree.
yeah, and is wild monkeys, thousands
I
of
don't
them.
know why I find that so hilarious, but monkeys.
Oops.
I think there's a goat or something. There's only exist in Pakistan,
Okay.
and the one guy from United States, he went over there and
Murray,
paid somebody $100,000 bribe to him,
Uh-huh.
and he allowed him to hunt that goat or shot it and took it. And the finally government of Pakistan found out. They brought a huge charges because there's only exist in Pakistan. There was only about 10 or 15 of them over there. They're trying to protect
Well,
them.
what the hell kind of sport is hunting a goat?
That's a big
Is
game
it just
hunting.
like we have a
Like
ram,
sheep?
like ram,
yeah.
sheep, yeah, exactly like that. Is a goat or sheep like that? I never seen it. I read in a paper. Then was in a newspaper over there, and then I said, "Oh my God, what happened? What kind of sheep or goat is that?" And they showed the picture. There was one of the kind in the whole world.
Wow.
And when I asked him, he told me, "Yeah, that's true story."
Wow.
Dude, this is crazy. This looks very similar to like being up in the White Mountains, except for it almost looks like you're in like
Sedona.
Switzerland or something like that too. You know?
Same like Sedona.
Was it?
Sedona?
Oh, like kind of like Sedona. I could say that. I could see that. Like, take a look at this picture here, like something like that. And every time I click on something, I always try to send me to YouTube or something. But you can at least see like.
Yeah, it looks like northern Arizona.
Kind of looks like you're in northern Arizona there. I mean, look at that. You know.
Yeah,
Well, that's in Australia though.
Oh, yeah.
But this is all northern Pakistan here. That's crazy. I mean, that straight up looks like it'd be in California.
Yeah.
Like you're going like through what's that PCH there? Oh, it even snows up there. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, there was in the Himalayas, right next to us.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, that's right. I never thought about that.
I never thought about that because I just imagine it's all like desert. Like probably everybody thinks Arizona is. You know?
Did you guys ever see the Super Trucker show?
No.
Oh, I've watched it.
Yeah, there's the trucker they're driving, their wheels spinning in the air,
Yeah.
and there's about a few thousand feet underneath of it. There's
Oh
another
yeah,
right
you're
there.
talking about that crazy stuff. that they're
crazy
trying-
stuff.
Yeah.
Guess what? That's in Pakistan.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, you were telling me a story about like you took a Jeep ride on one of those at one time, didn't you? And the guy didn't have brakes or
No,
something.
they said don't need a brake because they have a gears and they have a clutch. That's all they need.
So
That's
not only are you on
funny.
the edge of like a death trap, but your driver has no
Yeah.
brakes.
I appreciate the fact that you're like, oh, that's acceptable. Okay.
Sure.
I don't know that until I got off the Jeep.
Let me in.
I said he was moving back and forth. I said, why are you doing that? He said, oh, just make sure this is this in a gear, right? He just lose the clutch and go
Yeah,
forward
slow
and
down
then
that way.
Slow down and up and down and
Yeah.
back and forth. He's waiting for the passenger to show up. Someone we have to go up in the mountain somewhere.
They are very expert driver.
And then
Yeah, right.
without-
You gotta be. That's
without
like
brake.
serious driving.
don't, I said, why
You
don't
don't need
you,
a brake there.
why don't you use brake? He said, why you need a brake? I said,
No need.
I said, you don't need a brake. This I have just a clutch and an accelerator. That's all I need.
Is that right? I've never realized that. Wow, that's
Stupid American.
it's insane though. This looks like straight up looks like northern Arizona. Looking at all these
Yeah, it
pictures.
does.
Yeah, that looks except for this like foggy. This almost looks like it's in like Ireland or something. But like everything else just looks like northern Arizona. That's crazy. And I don't even think that's southern hemisphere, right? And down in Pakistan there.
In northern.
It's northern hemisphere.
Yep.
Why am I thinking that's southern?
I don't know.
Anyways, but we're not like on the same
No.
latitude, right? No.
You know, the one thing I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go in the world, right? There's a south and north, right?
Mm.
Anywhere that you go in the north, there's a cold weather,
That's
snow,
Yeah.
any country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I never
Well, it's all
thought about
altitude, isn't it?
that. Yeah.
Altitude, and if you're in the tropics, it's gonna be different when you're
Right.
sea level than when you're up in the mountain. I mean, if you go to Hawaii,
How about in Minnesota?
well,
You
Minnesota.
go more further north over there, there's snowing. You go to the south a little bit, there's less snow and then all that stuff. But
It's because it's not that close to the equator though. It's way
Yeah.
far away from the.
But
equator.
how the temperature is that exactly? For example, in Pakistan, right?
Mhm.
Exactly the temperature is like Phoenix, Arizona,
Mhm.
in Arizona, state of Arizona, in whole
Yeah.
Pakistan like that. And when you go up north, it's a snow. When you go in south, it's a desert and sand and
Yeah.
warm weather.
Well, yeah,
It
but
has
like
to
you
do
said, though,
with-
it's like elevation, though. I mean, you're.
Is something has to do with elevation.
It has to, because this looks like I can't even remember what the name of that town was that you were just talking about, but that looks like it's up in the mountains.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's high up in the mountains.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
high.
Is that
Seven.
in the Himalayas?
No, near Himalaya.
It's like approaching the Himalayas because those Himalayas are they're huge. Those things are
Seven.
way up there.
That town
This
is
is
7,000 feet.
7,000.
Okay, yes, that makes sense. Makes sense that's gonna have a little bit of
Yeah,
little
that's
bit of
Monkeys.
snow there and monkeys. Hey, this old just hold on. Never mind.
Oh, with the like the ones that have the funky hairdos.
Yeah, they have the funky hair and they're red.
Yeah. Oh, those are
They have
scary
the
monkeys.
Where's my phone?
Do you have that picture of Anwar?
Yeah, I do.
That's what I was looking for.
He went, I wasn't there, but he went over there. He took some pictures. He sent it to me. Let's see if I can find it.
Can't find it.
Of the monkeys.
Monkeys, yeah, that's really cool.
And what is it?
Kid, did you find anything?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what the longitude of Pakistan is. So the longitude is about 69.
69.
It's one that's 30 north and 69. So let's see what the longitude of Arizona is. 34 and 111. So I mean, what did we say it was north there? So we said 34 north here, and Pakistan's 30 north. So it's not like it's crazy far away from Arizona.
Check, show it on the
Those are the
camera.
monkeys?
Yeah.
Wow.
Aren't those cool looking?
Oh yeah. Look at
Things
those
look like
guys.
that thing looked like it could rip your face off.
That thing was sitting on your car, dude. It was like the roof imploding on itself.
I know.
You little bastard. I'm going to get you. Let him look at it.
What are you doing?
I know. As I said. Yeah.
I think you and Mo should have a monkey impression off there.
We
I like
have.
Mo's monkey impression.
We've already done that.
Can you do your monkey impression again?
Yeah, he sent me that picture afterward. I said, all right, stop playing with the guns.
Stop playing with the monkeys.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? This is Kit from the After Hours Podcast. You may be asking yourself, why do we call this a podcast if I'm watching this on YouTube or even Facebook? Well, the answer is you can actually listen to us while you're driving or while you're flying or while you're swimming or even while you're working out. A lot of people like it this way because they don't have to look at our ugly mugs. The way to do this is that you click on the app that's called Podcast if you're using an Apple product. Once you're inside the app, you just click at the bottom where it says Search. Type Donny Grubb Band into the search bar that shows up at the top. Then once After Hours with the Donny Grubb Band shows up, click on Subscribe. And then you will be subscribed to the After Hours with the Donny Grubb Band podcast. So now anytime that we release a new podcast, you should get a notification and you should be able to find it really easily so that you can listen to it in your day-to-day events. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you guys. We will see you next week.